Okay, I mean it's been like 2 months, but I got a new processor. The PC should be fixed now. I have unspent companion points. I have 3 each. Really? Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna unlock. Oh, there you go. I'm gonna get some achievements. Cause I'm gonna get 1 level of each. That's gonna give me a whole bunch of achievements. Now, what do I actually use? I take Kai out to combat, right? Yeah, surely, surely. So, reset your cooldowns when you die. That's good. And temporary burst of attack speed. That'll be good. And then Marius. Do I use Marius? I do not use Marius. I'm pretty sure. Or do I use Marius? I don't know, man. I don't know. Piercing shot, cooldown, and next closest enemy. Twinned shot. Sure. Giatta, barrier, temporary health granted increase. Sure, do that, and then allies are healed at the end of it. And I believe I actually do use the missile battery. Seems great. Maximum range, shock accumulation, the rate of fire sounds good, and then deal also some shock accumulation. Okay. Also, do I have? Wait a minute. What the hell is this? I have the blade that hungers. This is left. Oh, I gotta do that at some point. And then I have the Siege of Paradise. Silk Road of Blade, Siege of Paradise. Someone needs to end the fighting one way or another. They have been making camp outside. They might know better the situation. Alright, and we gotta talk to Marius. What's up, Marius?
There you are, envoy. You ready for this?
I hope so. I don't think one can be ready for a situation like
You're
this.
probably right. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right?
We do. We
I
woke her
mean,
up, right, last
a
time?
god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
We still have a lot to do here.
You have a lot to do.
Oh.
I just need to survive and make sure you live through this. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
You don't want to hear my speeches?
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not.
Hmm.
Talk to you later, envoy.
Alright. And then we have Giatta.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Stay close to me and we'll get through this, yeah.
If the garden didn't kill us, I don't think anything can. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free.
It's free.
And the Dream Scourge is gone.
True.
But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with Steel Garrote. There's still a lawless island of discipline. Okay, let's not call it that. It's our home. Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote. And it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring. So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
We all have.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late.
Battle for Paradise?
Anything in particular?
Okay.
What are you so curious about?
Alright, well, that's fine, I
Not
guess.
before I've done some reading.
You have more to talk about, lady?
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
I trust Sapadal to do the right thing. Keeping Sapadal trapped wasn't good for the island. Someone needs to put pressure. I trust Sapadal to do the right thing, yeah.
I admire your confidence. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I'll use it to make a better living land, probably to squeeze them for as much power. I haven't thought about it. I don't think my relation with Sapadal that way. We'll make a better living lands.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Either way, things could not continue as they have, yeah.
For better or worse, change is inevitable. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening.
That is true.
I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything? One of these days, I want to hear more about your adventures. For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
Alright.
If I must.
And I think we are now done. So we have the hunter's thing on. Fully upgraded sword, fully upgraded. The magic mistol is not. And why can't we? We need more glasswood branches. We'll take it up a level at least. And then to max it out, we need a whole bunch more glasswood branches. Can I make them? I can make 3. I can make 1. Okay, tell you what I'll do. Make a whole bunch of those. Make 25 of these. Which will make 17 of these. Which will then turn into 5 of these. And that is okay. That's all I could really do. We're still lacking 1, then we're lacking 1. Yo, it's a little jarring, eh? Whatever. I don't know what FPS I'm getting. I'm sure it's fine. For now, we'll just get me out of here. Rest until morning. That's new. I mean, there was a huge update. Speak with the leaders of the living lands. I'm just gonna do that.
We'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
Yeah?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Paradise has really gone downhill, hasn't it?
Here are all the leaders.
Envoy?
Ambassador.
Is it really you?
Yeah.
Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
Done.
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Yep, don't worry.
Everyone, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
Thank you, Ambassador.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I met the god of the living lands and freed them. I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge. Whatever I say, you won't believe. Forget the Dream Scourge. Why does it look like you're at war? Yeah, I met the god and I set them free.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There
Yeah,
won't be any new infections.
exactly.
We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but.
But it is fixed.
What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sapadal is the god of the living is the god of the godless and the god of the living lands. Vodeka imprisoned Sapadal in the garden and let them out. The experience of Sapadal is my own. All I did was it's over. I won't waste my breath. Sapadal is the god of the godless and the god of the living lands.
Ludwig had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
I mean, it is.
Giata and I have some theories about the nature of the Aedyr in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Aedyr here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority.
Yep.
So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise?
Yes.
They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutedek was raven with those things. Not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Sabadell deserved a chance to make amends. I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could a kid's child. Sabadell was afraid of an Aedyran invasion and Vodika's return. They didn't mean to hurt us. The choice has already been made. I can't change it. I'll answer to you, any of you. Yeah, I could no more leave a young god to rot in a cage than I could a kid's child. Yeah.
Altruism is fertile ground for folly, I've found.
Great. Well, they don't like that.
It was Aedyr's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Great.
Sapadol's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapodal was a sacred task Nanru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
They like that. Yeah.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise.
Not from the Emperor's
Inquisitor
orders, right?
Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I fought her, right? What did you know about? What are you standing around? I distinctly remember killing Ludwig on top of Mount Forja.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
She's gonna try to kill me again, isn't she? Yeah, probably.
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodika lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow.
How do we
I
destroy
have a
faith?
theory about this.
Oh.
Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That would be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
What did you know about this attack, Ambassador? Yeah.
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Do we know the state of the city?
We've had no news from inside for several days.
Huh.
From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in pieces, and the remaining militia batters at the gates to no avail.
Is there nothing our people can do?
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, and the Steel Garrote's destruction, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean water in a matter of days.
Okay, they have days. What are the status of the opposition? Yeah.
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Right.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
What are your plans for a counterattack?
Well, it's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
I will lead it.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
I'll be at the front.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside,
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her.
precisely.
Right. And what does Ludwig hope to achieve here?
The lawful settlement of a new Aedyrian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement.
Now that's the fat fucking chance of that.
Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side.
She wanted that,
Remember,
yeah.
she has an obligation to Aedyr, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
And why did Ludwig decide to attack Paradise now?
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Great.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwig in the tusks?
I killed her!
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
I'll lay off him, Giada. We can assign blame when the dust settles.
Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradise cries out for help?
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot change it now. The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Aedyr that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwig's vision for the Living Lands.
Great. Do you think the Living Lands would stabilize under Aedyr rule? No.
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will.
Oh, great. He believes
We are
it.
leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when the Steel Garrote attacked my home?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Aedyr rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
Great. The Steel Garrote explore any alternatives before deciding to attack.
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter, is not my affair.
Great.
But
So
if I
you
had
don't
to
know
guess,
anything.
This was the alternative.
Your empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent until surrender is the only option.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
Aedyr could set a new standard for greatness in the Living Lands.
Ludwig agrees. Our success would model the order and dignity of the Steel Garrote, for whatever that's worth.
You can say what you want, but you're still trying to subjugate us.
Careful, envoy. Aedyr may still have a part to play, but don't let loyalty blind you.
When I think dignity, I think of the people who attacked Fior Mesiverno unprovoked.
Is this what the Emperor wants?
The
Yeah.
Inquisitor answers only to Aedyr.
Not the Emperor.
In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires.
Enough of this. What happens next?
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Aedyr will come. Indeed, we are already here.
I know what I would like to do. What would becoming colony entail? I'm not familiar with the grief room. How does that work? I have another idea. How about a United Living Lands? Why are you and I involved in the decision? I don't know what I'm fighting for. Ludwig's vision. Great, I can just side with Ludwig now, even after killing her and fighting with her. I'm not familiar with the grief room. How does that work?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor.
Under.
The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit.
Mutual, huh?
They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war.
Great.
In return, the Living Lands would enter Aedyr's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Who would be our grief?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you.
Me, huh?
Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
It's a lot to take in.
Give the matter some thought. You owe that much to yourself, at least.
I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts?
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return.
They are only promises.
But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in peace.
Alright, they're okay.
Grave Rum could work, so long as trade keeps moving through the Scarp and you're willing to serve as our go-between envoy.
I have earned trust, yeah.
And we'll have cannons enough to deter the Aedyrans from trying anything stupid.
Right.
With the Dream Scourge ended, my people can soon return to Fior. If a renewed animancy could easily feed the island, I suppose we could send Aedyr what's left. But when lean times come, who will we feed first? Ourselves or the Empire?
What do you think, companions?
Tribute, he says.
Yeah.
Taxes, soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Aedyr showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Aedyr power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
What about Sappadel?
Son, pernicious. Touch the rot, yet the disease remains.
Okay, what does that mean?
Safety among spiders. A web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
So Aedyr is a spider. Tell me about the other possibilities.
Of course.
What would becoming a colony entail?
The Living Lands would become an extension of the Aedyran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Aedyr would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Aedyran shelling and speak only the Aedyran language. Their roads would be smooth Aedyran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Aedyran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Aedyran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rauatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands.
Yeah, no
This
one's gonna like
island
that
would be
idea.
safe for the first time in its history. And safe it would remain.
I assume the leaders have thoughts. I think everyone hates that.
The traditions of solace are what give my wardens their strength. Without them, we would buckle under the weight of the tusks. I would sooner walk my people into the acid sea than trust an Aedyran to hold me up.
What need does Thirdborn have for the protections of Aedyran soldiers? We have cannons, cliffs, and wills forged in the storms of Rauatai. And should Rauatai come for us, we will rain hellfire down on their heads. Your Aedyrans could do no better.
Under Aedyran rule, your countrymen would strip my people of everything that makes them unique, all in the name of spiritual hygiene. I cannot betray them like that.
What do companions? They all hate it, I'm sure.
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Brawatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there, and this road isn't an easy one. But Aedyr won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
So Kai is
It should
in.
be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Aedyr, no matter how hard Aedyr wants it to be. Aedyr should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed day trouble.
Sappadal?
The Addyr's promise. Clip our feathers as we find our wings. The deed binds as the wire binds.
Yeah, she does not like that at all.
To drown us. Why were we set free?
Yeah, hates
Of
that.
course.
How about a United Living Lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals.
Reprisals.
Which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail.
Yeah, he doesn't want
Think
that.
of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Aedyr would fully invade. Yeah.
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Aedyr's boot heel, even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil, I'm open to uniting, if you are.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Aedyr, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the envoy support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? When my people return to Fjord, we could create such miracles of animancy, the Living Lands would become the breadbasket of the world.
What do my companions think?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Aedyr came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
What about Sappadal?
Rest into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the seeds? Many fruits on our boughs. We graft many leaves into strength.
I've heard enough.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradise burns.
Great. The leaders of the Living Lands will vote and I will accept what they decide. I must admit, look, this is a horrible option. Well, I mean, I think the best for the people, what they all want, I'm guessing, is that they want a united Living Lands, right? But then again, that's going to be hard and they're going to be invaded by everyone because then they're a vulnerable nation. I think a Griefram makes sense, right? Yeah,
A fine compromise.
a compromise.
So long as my Wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave rum.
They will endure.
Brisk trade. A docile Shatterscarp and a Grave Rum.
She's okay.
A grave room then, if we must. And God's willing, Fjord will feed the world.
She's okay.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the Living Lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Yeah, then you can go for
Right.
freedom
Might
later.
as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
Then I will meet Ludo on the battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me. I will defend battles with my life, which means the wheel. Let's do this. Yeah, I will defend with my life. Yeah.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwig. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Well, thank you all for trusting me.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Lots of combat. Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the living lands protect you.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Alright. Reach the... I just go to the city. Mehala?
What do you want, Envoy? Aedyr and the Steel Garrote will regret ever laying eyes on the living lands.
Are your people safe?
Yes, for now. Aedyr cannot be allowed to win. If they gain a foothold, they'll devour the rest of the living lands. All of us must be free, or none of us are. Give the Steel Garrote the end they deserve.
Okay, anything
We
else?
expect Aedyr to accept the tenets of this agreement. I hope we won't regret this decision.
Let's talk at camp.
Let's press ahead.
A grave room was not my first choice, but I owe my people their peace.
Yeah.
So long as my people endure, a grave room is acceptable.
It's
A
acceptable.
grave room was not my first choice, but I owe my people their peace.
Quidici?
Envoy, I am sorry our paths had to cross in the midst of so much grief. Turning on your kinsman could not have been easy. But the Steel Garrote are overdue for a reckoning.
How do you feel about the future of the living lands?
You mean our future as a vassal of the Aedyran Empire?
Yes.
I dreamed of better things for the living lands, but at least this is the second to worst outcome. While I have you, I wanted to check on Yatsli. Make certain she's warm and well fed.
She's here.
How are you, my little acorn?
Much better now that you're here, my oak.
Do you have everything you need for the battle to come? Weapons, snacks, intoxicants?
As tempting as that sounds, no. We have everything we need to kill that woman for good.
You can always stay behind if the battle rages too fiercely.
I missed you too, darling. I'll be right back. Mommy just has to take care of some things.
Take care in battle, Envoy. Your kinsman will not go easy on you. Hold nothing back. And farewell.
What? No words of encouragement for your favorite student?
Forgive me, Giada. My eyesight isn't what it used to be.
Eyesight?
I have nothing more to teach you. And yet, there is so much out there for you to learn. Once the dust settles, I trust you to live in whatever way suits you best.
Don't you dare make me cry. What kind of animancer cries on the eve of battle?
The best one I have ever known.
I won't keep us any longer. Let's go finish this.
Alright, everyone's
I'll
having
be
their...
back, my darling.
Oh.
Just have to take care of a few things.
Be seeing you, old man.
I can see why his people trust him. He's a natural leader.
Everyone done? What else?
Be seeing you, Envoy.
Right.
I can only hope the battle is a short one. Take care of Yatsli. And of course, Giada.
Right,
Be
right.
seeing you, Envoy.
What about you,
I
Termati?
was worried for a moment, but you proved my fears misplaced.
Yeah, she's happiest.
Glad you're on our side.
Because she wants trade.
Send him back to Aedyr.
And she will get
Glad
trade.
you're on our side.
Captain Wagmere.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you again.
Oh, this is the
How long
militia.
is this lull going to last? Envoy,
I'm sweating like a pig in this armor.
It is a lot of armor.
Envoy?
Ambassador?
It will cost the Empire a fortune to rebuild Paradise when this is through.
But they'll do it.
Your cut of dashing figures are grave, Envoy. Especially once we get you a fine hat.
Fine hat, huh?
That's what taxes are for, I suppose. We should see about raising those.
People won't be happy.
It was my honor to serve as your ambassador. There is no easy path from here, for you, or any of us. Envoy. History waits for you, Envoy. Go meet it. Envoy.
Alright. Reach the city. But we're gonna have to go talk at camp? Yeah, people wanna talk to me. 1 second. How to kill her and all that. It's important to study the ways of killing people. Marius, what's up?
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
Yep. I see you're still up. Yeah.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes in city you can stay back in camp if you're afraid. You're fighting for my cause, that's different. It doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary.
You know,
yeah.
I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be?
Yep.
We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine, really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
Well, I'm glad you're with me, Marius. You might turn you into a soldier yet. Yeah.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be alright, Envoy. You go get some blessed day rest.
And how do we kill this lady?
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise militia. Your emperor will not be pleased.
Screw him. I have influence in court. My report on the living lands will change minds. Yeah.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Aedyrans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you are told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
The living lands accepted me for who I am. Yeah, difficult for me. My soul is on the living lands, heart is on Aedyr. You're worried that I'll change my mind. The living lands accepted me for who I am. I can't forget that.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted, thanks. For the when money talks, I can't help but listen. Yeah, thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
We're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned? Yeah.
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be.
You killed her once.
I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith. And that may be her undoing.
Okay. What if she's held together by malice? I was actually hoping you might know of a weapon or spell that could kill her. Okay, how so?
Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods.
Right.
But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
Something tells me it might take more than a reason to bring her down unless she kills me at least. How do I use it to my advantage?
By staying alive, of course. You are the godlike of a heretical god, a contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again.
I mean, I killed her
Or
once.
maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
Of course. And how do you feel about the future of the living lands?
When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. And now the living lands is dependent on the Empire's generosity. Generosity which can be given and taken away. We're free to make our own laws until our Aedyran masters revoke them. We're free to thrive until our taxes finance your next war, with our people padding the front lines. We're free until we're not. At the end of the day, I don't trust the Empire to show restraint with the living lands. They've done nothing to earn it.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
What's done is done. No point in faking a smile.
Are you worried about the outcome of the siege?
Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the living lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change, and change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over.
Ask about you.
What do you want to know?
Battle of Paradise.
I'll tell you whatever I know.
Nothing. Alright, that's enough for now. So yeah, she doesn't like it, but I feel like if we went independent, if we say, okay, we're gonna do everything by ourselves.
Well, here we are. We're
Oh.
doing this. We're fighting your people. Are you okay? No doubts or second thoughts?
Sure, but not enough to stop me. Yeah.
What's the point of living if you don't have those little doubts? Thinking back on all we've done, it's impressive, don't you think? We went to the garden, a prison untouched by time. We both learned the truth about our Aedyran origins. Oh dear. Do you think we knew each other in our past lives?
Probably since I was a Tebu Sanakas in the past, I might have been in charge of you. Haven't had enough of me, huh? If we did, I'm sure we were menaces. No. I might have been in charge of you, yeah.
I'm sure I just let you think that, envoy. And that's skipping to the end. I mean, think of all we've done. You saved Fjord from the clutches of the Steel Garrote.
I did.
I wish I could have seen the look on Ludwine's face at that. What's left of her face?
It's
I
just
mean,
bones, man.
You even saved Nakukubel, immeasurably advancing the study of the Aedyr.
Yep, I did.
Second only to my library, of course. Who would have thought I'd be here, fighting with an Aedyran?
How about fighting with a friend?
Oh, I suppose I can work with that. Truly, thank you. I'm forever changed for our time together. As weird as you are, envoy, I'm glad we're here, now, ready to save the living lands. Well, let's go kill that dead woman. How can I help, darling?
And she's back to normal. Alright.
Always a pleasure, envoy.
Although she might have something new to say.
The Steel Garrote a piece of my mind. The reckoning is long overdue.
You're gonna give him a lot more than a piece of your mind. Save some for the rest of us.
Odd fighting alongside the militia, but it feels right. Like we're fighting for the survival of the lands.
How many times do we have to teach the Steel Garrote this lesson?
However, how many times it takes, man. What else, actually?
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk.
What about the godless?
Careful what you wish for, darling.
You're more understanding now?
So, the Godless, or the Aedyr, as they called themselves, were the original folks who lived in the living lands. They arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there, living with the land instead of trying to tame it.
Fleeing storm bottom here.
You sound certain. Is this something Sapadal told you? Well, they would have been there, wouldn't they?
Yep.
That means I was right. Well, was there ever any doubt? The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in Rawatai or Ishamatal or, well, Aedyr. But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing, seeking refuge. So they must have come from somewhere. My guess They originally came from Yesua.
Yesua?
Yesua, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storms, one of the 3 hubs of the Angwithan Empire. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was a dream, but they said the same of Ukaiso. Suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land doesn't seem so implausible.
Okay, why leave?
There was some kind of schism, an ideological one. From what I can glean, the godless were staunchly against the gods, hence their name. There are even some not-so-kind murals of the gods. It seems like the godless really took their anti-theism seriously.
I don't blame Akida for not liking them. Sapadal is the god of the Akida.
You're right. But no one knew that until your trip to Nakukubel. Hence the name Godless. Now that we know that Sapadal exists, it changes everything we thought we knew about the Akida. I knew following you was a good idea. It might have shaken my research to its core, but that's what makes it fun. Well, I think we've covered everything, don't you? Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. How can I help, darling?
And we're done. Alright, okay. So there's some new stuff, but whatever. Kai,
After everything we've been through, I won't let you down.
no talking though?
We'll finish this together.
Alright.
Just say the word. After everything we've been through, I won't let you down.
Look at his golden ass gun. Chiata.
Need to talk? I don't blame you.
Nope, I do not. Alright.
Pleasant dreams.
And lastly, Marius.
Envoy, what do you need?
Thoughts on our companions?
Let's make sure they're not listening.
Finally.
The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too. When she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns.
Oh, that's enough.
If I must.
Alright. And in the party stash, we have all our unique legendary weapons. And we have some stuff to sell. Sword and axes. And some diamonds and topaz and stuff like that. That I'm sure we'll sell when the time comes. I'm gonna wait like 10 seconds if you all want to talk amongst yourselves. But if not,
So
I
the
think...
Living
Oh,
Lands is
okay.
finally joining the rest of the world.
They are.
Part of me will miss the frontier days, but the comforts of civilization will be nice.
There you go.
Don't get too comfortable in that soft bed of Markul. There'll always be someone to pull you out of it.
I call it colonization by another name. Freedom within limits. A contradiction if I ever heard of one.
Now that Aedyr has been given an inch, they'll soon take a mile.
Or we'll just take it back, like the Deerwood and Raed Saris. Either way, we should focus on the battle ahead. Ludwig's the real enemy.
They are not very happy. But like... I still think an independent... If we say, okay, we declare independence and... You know... That we have Sapadel on the island, so she'll protect us, protect our independence.
Try to keep the envoy alive.
Great.
That doesn't change just because I think he's making a huge mistake.
I can think of worse things than a little normalcy. Are you that worried about a pact with Aedyr?
Look, I don't give a skiff of Sokka for politics. Doesn't make a ton of difference what flag they fly over Paradise. But Aedyr, that's something different. That's not politics. It's inviting a predator to dinner and hoping they like the salad.
He definitely does not like the idea. But like as soon as we declare independence, there's so many other empires out there gonna attack us. Aedyr will attack us immediately, I'm pretty sure. If I say that, oh, we are gonna be independent, and after all they've invested, definitely not. Reinforcing what Ludwig is doing now, the emperor will be like, well, let's go kill people. Let's murder them all. We don't want that. I don't think we are like strong enough to set up our own empire. Maybe in the future. We will be. But right now, I don't think so. Okay. Did not mean to do that. I have my guns. I'm good to go. Alright, soldiers. Oh, we're fighting. Who the hell are you?
The
Tiranui?
ogre has been an absolute menace to the Steel Garrote.
The ogre?
I mean, good. If anyone deserves to be menaced, it's them. But keep your voice down, will you? I don't want him to realize I'm here and introduce me to his club. Oh, it's you again. Do you follow
Tiranui
trouble
Hajime.
around, or is it vice versa? What are you doing here? Do you want something?
Is this your first time on the battlefield? You look a little green among the hills. You didn't fear the ogre, he won't harm you. Yeah, you look green.
Look, there's a difference between taking care of a beetle around Third Board and this. No offense to parodies, but I think I'm ready to go home now.
If you leave now, Aedyr will just follow you. Yeah.
Yes, but then I'm not in some no man's land all alone. Alone with an ogre, I mean. Well, seems like you're busy and I've really got to get back to hiding, so... Good luck, Envoy. If you need me, please don't.
Hello, Steel Garrote.
We've got company.
Where is this ogre again?
Just like the good old days.
Paradise Militia Swashbuckler. Oh.
It's no use. We're overrun. Go on. I'll only slow you down.
Come on, man. The camp's just over there. Get up.
No.
Warden and Rangers together.
Lost too much blood.
This is a unifying thing.
It's all right. You're a better soldier than I ever was. It's all right.
You promised on our first day of training. You can't die now. You can't. Don't just stand there. Ugh, I've got this. You promised on our first day of training. You can't die now. You can't.
Okay, where is this ogre again? Tiranui?
God, it's an ogre! Run!
They're talking about an ogre. Oh, there is the ogre. Yeah, he's chill. Look at him. Grakor. I healed him.
Let the worst come. I am ready.
Oh, thank you, bud.
This shall be a bloody day. We shall tear your enemies apart. Let the worst come. I am ready.
Hello.
Someone.
Whack. Oh my, he sent him.
Envoy, you finally arrived.
I am here.
This shall be a bloody day. Let the worst come. I am ready.
Why do they all have godless coins now? Lockpicks and stuff. Can I use these? Oh, he's following me around. Well, this is gonna be fun. So saving him doing his mission gave me an ogre. And all of my companions? Oh, this is easy, man.
I heard something.
Alright. Okay, gunman is down. Okay, initiate is dead. Bang! This ogre is great. Don't worry, I'm in the back line. I'll get him done. I do love freezing people with my gun. Okay. A wizard. Dead. Initiate. Are we done? Now we're done. Wow, that was a lot of them. Fools indeed. Fools with lockpicks apparently. An essence potion. And more the insane amounts of godless money. Binding, copper, winch. Take the main plaza and the eastern gate. Okay, we have some soldiers. Okay, fanatic is dead. Oh, another wizard. Ow. Okay, get stabbed. Don't even dare, buddy. Bro, how many? Oh my god, did someone throw a freaking rock at me or something? An initiate. What? Why do you have so many initiates, bro? I think it's because I like decimated their army already. Lockpicks, Margaret's Fury, Diamond. Oh no, the game crashed. I did not expect that. I really thought that the game would just work, but apparently even with the new processor it just crashed. That's not good. I can't do anything about it. Nope, I was able to hit OK on that and it's gone. Well, there go my dreams of my PC being fixed. It did last an hour and it might just be like a real crash, like a natural one. But I mean, I was really, really hoping that it fixed it. I mean, it's a brand new processor, right? I can come into event viewer and try and see what happened exactly. Oh, get out of here. No, no, no. No, get out. Logs, Windows logs, application logs. There you go, an error. What did it say? Failing module name, failing process, application start time. Avowed, I know it's avowed. Faulting module, exception code is this. Okay, what does the code mean? Maybe I can figure something out while it launches. One replies. Please check to see if PC is producing any mini dump files. Well, that's it. Hmm. Removing foliage interaction? Driver issue. They're saying it's drivers causing it. I don't know about all that. Okay. We gotta do this combat again. That's fine.
You asked for
Yo, wizards, get out of here, okay? Wizard dead. Your ass is dead. Get in there, ogre. This fanatic has been frozen and zapped and is dead. Champion. Dead. Look at this initiate beelining towards me. Yo, kill this fanatic, please. Okay, fanatic lives for now. I'll take out the other initiates and the like. Steel Garrote Sorcerer. Yeah, he's not gonna last long.
I'll hang back and watch them.
Okay, Marius is gonna watch the gate, apparently. Krakor,
Welcome to the place of battle, envoy.
now you wanna talk?
It pleases me to greet you in full health. I thank you again for the medicine.
You sound much better now than you did in the tusks. I'm glad you're well again. Yeah.
Thank you. It is good to be myself again. I traveled here for you, envoy. When I learned of the events in Paradise from the dwarves as they marched out of the tusks, I knew where I'd find you. I hear that you have chosen to defend the living lands.
Yep.
I will honor my life debt to you by keeping the peace here, after the battle.
Are you looking forward to knowing even more Aedyr and blood will spill? The kids of the living lands deserve to be free. I'm happy to fight for them. What about what you want? Do you have any personal leanings? Yeah.
I do not. I will live in isolation one way or another. As I say, the choice is yours. Let us waste no more breath. Breath is too precious, as both you and I know. I will leave you to the war now. You have my vow, envoy, and my thanks once more.
Are you just gonna chill here? That's why you wanted to talk. Dragonhide and grenade. You got some ladies here. Paradis,
Do we
Marius.
even know what we're doing here?
Let the worst come. I am ready.
Okay, they're holding over here. Hirako, Katora.
Do not make us regret this.
At least we're taking some of the Garrote with us.
Do I know you people?
Never going to go quietly, were we?
I'm guessing I did, I just don't remember. It's a lot of loot, man. It's a lot of loot. Underbelly. Okay, this lady is calling us.
Envoy,
What are you doing?
Oh, this is Juliana. Hello.
I thought you left town weeks ago.
Right, I did. The steel garrote has gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it. I came through the Aedyr. Long story. So I'm gonna save the living lands. Can I do anything to help? Can I do anything to help?
We'll be fine. We're more stubborn than we look.
Are there any other
I
survivors?
saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the garrote's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you.
I'll fight them.
Take this key.
Canal key.
It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
I appreciate it. I'll be careful.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the steel garrote a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Alright,
I
Juliana.
won't let any of my workers get hurt. Take care of yourself out there. Armies and their toys.
Oh, it's like a whole little refugee. Oh, Sapiento de Falva.
Envoy. I doubted
I gave
I'd
you the
ever
Aedyr,
see
right?
you again.
The Luminous Aedyr.
I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradise. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Luminous Aedyr so long ago.
Right. How did the experiment go? I hope you're still not. I hope you are not still trying to procure ingredients that are nearly impossible to get. How did the experiment go?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was a complete failure, of course. But from that failure, I learned much.
Useful
With
stuff.
some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Aedyr into a poultice that heals wounds at a fantastic rate.
That's great. I can see that. I can see why that might come in handy the next several days. Yeah. Did you make enough to share?
Asking for handouts, are we? To be honest, I doubt my humble ointment could compare to anything you carry in your pack.
Right.
And I doubt it could so much as dull the pain of the wounds you've seen since we last spoke. I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you again for everything.
All right. So he made some cool
All
stuff.
my best to you, envoy.
Eora. Oh, hey, you're still here.
Well, the fighting's died down.
To go against your own emperor. You've got...
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the garrote set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out there. You saw them.
And soon there'll be thaumaturges in here.
What if you stayed then? Just until we've cleared a path.
They will run you through before you get 10 steps out the door.
We should be helping Cad. We're soldiers, aren't we?
We are helping. We're helping her.
What is going
I
on?
knew it. As soon as I saw that stash at Fort Northreach, I knew. Go on, get out there and win this. Let's save a few for me, eh?
Right. She's still here. That's good.
They want to die that badly. Who am I not to kill them?
Great.
I'd like to see the garrote take Paradise from us. They want to die that badly. Who am
Alright,
I
there's a
not to
group of soldiers here apparently doing stuff. What's up?
Want to go home. Good
Alright.
luck out there, envoy. I'm sorry I'm not with you. What are the steel garrote thinking? How could this possibly help us? Everyone's scared, envoy. When will this end?
Get him on.
Envoy, am I ever glad to see you?
Benedita.
Leave me be. We may not make it out of here alive.
The steel garrote's gone fucking mad.
Right. So thank you for the sewer key. I don't know where exactly to use it. Is it like in here somewhere? I mean, I gotta take the main plaza anyway.
You should leave it.
And only 5 of them is like it's easy. Archibasser. Okay, champion, enough out of you. And then the poor initiate. There you go. Done.
I didn't think the world had any heroes left.
Oh, this is the sewers. Well, whatever. I took them out. Don't exactly know how to get up there.
Look out!
Don't even try it, mate.
Stop right there.
Did you kill that person? Come on, man. Don't even try it. Alright.
That was a close one.
Yeah, I can't believe this person just died. Man. I'm trying to keep people alive here. Oh, health potion. More health potions. Margren's Fury, and then we have this entire side area.
You shouldn't be here.
I know, I should not. But I am, and thankfully this soldier now gets to live. Faraday's militia swashbuckler. Okay, where the hell are we going? Up here? Up here. That skips past a lot of the area. Hello? You're the healer lady. Liviana, hello.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Liviana, don't you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you. Fighting the Steel Garrote. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you, Sue. Sorry, Liviana, I promise to be careful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, I bet you're sorry. Kai, is this your doing?
Come on. I couldn't have kept him out of the action if I wanted to.
I knew you were a bad influence. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
Right. Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, stop the fighting. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but it's always nice catching up with a former patient. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
Come on. You know this. You practiced with Uncle Capo 100 times. Tight, but not too tight. You don't want to cut off the blood flow.
Alright, stop that. What the hell? Who the heck are you? Militia Captain Sindric.
Ludwig's lost it. She's hunting everyone and everything, even you. You know how Aedyr feels about defectors. Watch yourself out there.
How are you here?
So, you came around to our side. Guess Kai's rubbing off on you. Paradisans know these streets. We're not giving them up without a fight. Ludwig's lost it. She's hunting everyone and everything.
Be seeing you, Envoy.
Maganite prayer. This singed and blood-spattered piece of parchment contains a simple prayer to Margaret to inspire courage in battle to her followers. Fear not the flames of conflict, for they shape all things. Take your strength, she makes her will manifest. Walk in her light, and you will find peace. Alright, well, it died, so... Ooh,
Envoy, it's good to see you fighting on the right side of history.
ran here.
Out of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote?
Because, I mean... I can't endorse what they're doing in the Empire's name,
It takes
yeah.
courage to stand against those fanatics. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice?
Give them a moving target, force them to improvise, show no mercy, the cowards will flee, leaving the real soldiers to quake with fear. Give them a moving target, yeah. Force them to improvise.
Not a bad idea. When the fighting starts, some soldiers forget how to think on their feet. Ready to make history whenever you are.
You're a natural
Alright.
commander.
Ran here.
Envoy?
Well, this person didn't think so, because they're dead. Chico.
Godlike. Paradise could use your help. Don't worry about me. Actually, I'm not sure I've been through worse. Naviana believes in me. I can't afford to let her down.
Yeah. Okay. Can you stop doing that here? Like, go do it here. Yeah, for the living lands. But, like, the living lands is out there, so... Oh, the combat is ongoing. Alright, wizards are down. You were saying something? Oh, you murdered that person. Yeah, I got this. Okay, can someone murder this fanatic? Thank you for helping. What the heck is that? Do you got other people see that giant statue over there? Got him. You stay up there, okay? No need to come down here. Stay up there. Got him. How many fanatics you got, bro? Hey, Giada, okay. We have not taken the main plaza yet. Okay. Well, that was nice. Okay, fanatic down. Now we're done, I think. Yeah.
And stay down.
And there is a giant thing over there. I'm guessing killing that is going to be part of my...
No pressure, Envoy. Just the fate of everyone right in your hands.
Cynic.
You came around to our side. Guess Kai is rubbing off on you.
Giada.
What a mess.
Okay. Just a second. There you go. We'll keep playing. I want to try and finish it this episode. Just
Wodeha demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's make sure she stays dead.
yeah. We'll make sure of that. Let's quickly eat something.
Right, dearie.
I mean, I'm going to try. That's the plan. Oh, potion restock here. Hello, skeleton lady.
There you are.
What? Those are like vodkas. Okay, so they are just the things,
She's not lost yet. We would
right?
still welcome her graft onto our tree.
What? You would still welcome her?
Speak to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you survived the garden.
I did.
Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Possibly I know how to break you now. You've died twice by my count with the third time's a charm. How do you keep coming back?
My will is stronger than death. That is both my blessing and my curse.
Of course, we are prepared to kill you as many times as it takes, dear.
Death has no claim to me. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The negotiations for a success, the living lands will be an Aedyrian grief room? Yeah.
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will save the island. When this is over, I'll instruct him, personally.
I won't weep for Heelguard.
Great.
As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Great. Sabotage is under my control. Sounds like you've already made up your mind about me. As usual, leaping to conclusions about something you barely understand. Yeah.
Do not patronize me. I have every right to put down a threat to the Empire.
Threat to your
Steel
beliefs.
yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
Sabadal wants her. I won't fight you, Ludwig. I don't need to. I defeated you once. I can do it again. If you attack, I want to defend myself. Yeah, I won't fight you. I don't need to.
You must. You have no choice.
I have
Face
perception.
me and die with honor, or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter, but you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth.
Sapadal exists.
The Burned Queen demands it.
The Burned Queen has lost.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Oh, I don't have anything. I don't have intellect or enough perception or resolve. Vodka doesn't fight in me, and neither do you.
Pathetic. You believe this is about fear? Power, Envoy. Here, now, and in every time, power is the wheel that turns the world. And beyond the living lands, the Burned Queen reigns above all.
I still don't have enough. Oh, brother. I have almost enough perception. Let me load back. let me load back. I need one more perception. I can get one more perception somehow, right? There's probably like some kind of food that gives me perception.
Monica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit. Shall we?
Lead on.
Yeah, I need to drink something that gives me more perception. Health and essence, maximum essence up, cures poison and bleed. There you go, 2 perception. So find a deer and mead.
Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie.
Yeah.
Hello. How do you keep coming back? Negotiation with a success. You're leaping to conclusions. I won't fight you, I don't need to.
We are a challenge to her
If
authority.
Vodika's as powerful as
She
she
is
claims, why
afraid
doesn't she
of
kill me
what?
The
herself?
Burned Queen doesn't need to sully her power with mortal concerns.
Uh-huh.
Not when she can rely on me. I will pursue her ambitions until my bones grind themselves to dust. While you are little more than a nursemaid to your diseased false god. Hear me, envoy. I am the avatar of the Burned Queen, the goddess of retribution. I am her sword arm, her will in the world. And so long as I can fight, I will be her champion.
But she fails.
Yep, she
and
fails.
Fails and fails her god. How long until Wodika finds a new avatar?
Vodika tested you again and again, and in the end you failed her. Yeah.
Temporary setbacks. The war for the living lands can still be won.
Can it?
And if I must stand alone against you, the militia, and every farmer you've given a sword, then I will. I will die 1,000 times for my queen, if that's what she desires. I've done all that I could. She sees that. She must. I believed we were alike, envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Aedyr. I believed the dream of our future, of our resurgent empire, would move you as it does me. And if that failed, I believed the Burn Queen would stop you.
But she didn't.
Yet here you stand before me, my enemy, unopposed by the gods. Why?
Doubt?
The worm of doubt gnaws at her soul. Where was Wodika when she needed her most? Where is she now?
Oh, 15? Come on, man. If Vodika truly believed in you, she would have made you her godlike.
A faith that demands constant proof is a faith unworthy of the name. My goddess is my life. My devotion to her has no limit. There is no suffering for her I will not endure. For years I told myself this. Despite her long silences, her censure, the pain. I don't deserve better. I don't.
Okay, well, I gotta attack you again. I'll try again. I'll try. I can get the perception. 15 perception? I can get that, I think. Maybe I drink 2 meads. I don't know if it stacks. Would be nice if it did, though. Definitely make my life a lot easier if it did.
Monica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Because if I can... If I can just do it based on talking, I can just talk her to death. Okay, anything that gives me perception. Perception. Dexterity. More dexterity. Dexterity, resolve, intellect and perception. There you go. I don't know what I was wearing before this. But that along with some Aedyr and mead. That should do me well.
Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Let's make sure she stays dead this time.
How do you keep coming back, eh? Negotiation, there. As usual, you're leaping to conclusions. Perception, I don't have to fight, yeah? Why doesn't she kill me herself? Vodka tested you, but you failed. Vodka left you to do it all on your own. Now she's punishing you for failing her. It's not fair.
The Burned Queen has always had my back against the world. I don't need anything else.
Does she,
I
though?
can still prevail. I must.
She's not coming to save you. It's just you against the entire living lands. I see no burnt queen here. Vodka's abandoned you. You can't do this alone. You failed her final test. I see no burnt queen here. Vodka's abandoned
I
you.
feel her fire in me. I know I do.
Uh-huh.
Do you?
Do you?
Vodka, my lady, where are you?
No answer.
She doesn't love you anymore. If she ever did, she despises you, despises your weakness. She has revoked her power. You're helpless. She despises your weakness. Yeah.
No! It's not true!
Shame. Suffocating shame.
You're nothing. You're weak.
Stop! I can't!
Give up, Ludwig. It's over.
No! 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 Look at me! Vodka!
Whoop. Well, didn't even have to fight her. Can I get her sword now, though? It's a cool looking sword.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it together.
All right, that's the end.
You're all gonna make me sick, but carry on.
What about the giant freaking death machine?
At last.
Oh.
We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Okay, do we get like a... We do, I think.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath.
Completed. Alright.
Then you hear it. The ringing of a distant bell. The waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand.
That's good.
The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence.
Good.
You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague.
That's good.
A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Aedyr Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over.
Yay!
The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same.
Yeah, I captured him.
The Oracle Sargemus emerges
Oh,
from
right,
the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but
Oh
for
yeah,
the
I
one
did do
you
this.
gave him. He sets out across the living lands in search of the sick, lost and grieving, and he gives them the comfort of fellowship where he can.
Right,
When
right.
his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. His new labors cannot fill the hole left by his gods passing from the world. But they give him succor during the long hours of the night. He dies alone in the Deerwood, beloved of no one, but remembered by all he knew. He does not forget you.
Positive impact,
The
yeah.
refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground.
Good.
In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Animancy still has a place in the Living Lands, but the Empire's disapproval gets in the way of progress. Their work is slow, but unstoppable.
Alright, we
Though
slowed them down a
Aedyr has
little.
promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. But many Aedyran ships sail into the Graverum's ports, bearing fine linens and aged wines. These ease the painful memory of the day Reengrim culled their people. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of Aedyr, Solace Keep reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the Graverum be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Aedyran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember.
They're
For
still
the first
fine.
time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him.
That's a good ending, I think, yeah.
With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two.
That's also good, I think.
Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Messiverno lives on in her.
Good,
In a
also.
past life, Yatsley was given a task: protect the history and knowledge of the godless. Now, many lifetimes later, she continues upholding that oath. She moves into the library in the garden, spending
So
her
she did
days
not become
poring
an
over the clay
archmage.
tablets
That's
there.
good.
But not even the letters from, and rare visit to, her lover help ease the loneliness that fills her days.
Might not be
Freed
very
from
good.
torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced. if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god.
Well, that's good.
Sarpedal pours a fragment of their power into the
Yeah,
statue
this
they
thing.
claimed from
I
the temple
remember.
of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange.
Well, they're happy.
The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Hey, I think we got the good ending. That was pretty good, all things considered. Alright, and then we have Avowed. We have the end. Alright, I mean, took me a while to finish it. Like, too long. I should have finished it like a month and a half ago, probably 2 months ago. But, you know, my PC had a bit of a problem. But again, that was a good game. That was fun. I did indeed enjoy it. A lot of cool exploration, a lot of cool weapons. A good story, if not a little predictable. I mean, it was pretty obvious the Dream Scourge was definitely going to be coming from Sarpedal rather early on. It was not really a surprise, but yeah, pretty beautiful. Good game, good music. Just I would rate it an 8 out of 10. If you know, only 8 because it's not doing anything like you know, it's nothing really new that they have done. It's the old formula done well. There is place for that. You know, there is place for just making an open world RPG, just doing it very well. And some of the quests obviously were good and the characters weren't well done. It's just, you know, just missing something. Something to elevate it over the others, you know. But still good, you know. And I think I would have hit harder if I had played the Pillars of Eternity or whatever I think is the older game this is based on. I don't know. Not sure. But yeah, definitely a very beautiful game. I hope it did not crash so much. Again, the whole crashing thing left a bad taste in it, but that is not. It's not really there. It's not really the game's fault, really. I did crash after I got my new CPU, but mainly it was because I had a 13th gen, 13th gen i9K series processor, and they have a degradation issue. So my processor was degraded, and that's why stuff was crashing all the time. But you know, not really the game's fault. I hope. I mean, they did crash after as well, so I don't know why that happens, but you know, some kind of graphics driver issue or something. Who knows? But anyway, still, I would definitely recommend this game. It's fun. Is it better than the gold standard, you know, Witcher 3? But really, Kingdom Come Deliverance? I don't think so. Witcher 3 because it was kind of the first to do it like that, and I mean the story of Witcher 3 is just insane. It's just very good and detailed, and the world and the even the damn DLCs are so huge and beautiful and so well done. It's a different thing, man. Hard to compete with the Witcher 3. And then Kingdom Deliverance. I mean, again, beautiful story, very realistic, very innovative combat system. I do enjoy the combat of Kingdom Come Deliverance. I do want to play the first game. I did play a little bit of it. Well, I'll say a little bit. I played like almost halfway through, I think, but I never finished it. And I am interested in finishing it and then playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is also apparently very good. But that'll be something that I definitely want to do. Hey, development weddings. That's good to announce. And babies as well, I'm guessing. Yep, development babies. What about development pets? That's a lot of babies. Beatrix, not Bellatrix. A tabletop character slain. Horde. What? What the hell is a tabletop character slain? I mean, I guess they do tabletop stuff. Nerds. I'm a nerd. I would love to play tabletop. I just have never gotten the opportunity to. But given the opportunity, I would jump at it. It's just fun, very imaginative, very creative stuff. Very, very creative, very, very cool. And let's see. The team was pretty small, but again, I'm guessing you're gonna add a bunch of people. From Xbox and stuff. I mean, I can make it go faster if I need to. There you go. 32x. It doesn't go any faster than that. Okay, yeah, it was long. It was a long credits, and it makes sense. This is a big game. Avowed. Done. Alright. What happens if I hit continue? It's always good to see. Does it just go into New Game Plus? Does it take me to before a point of no return? Yeah, no, we're not. This is just the last cutscene. Okay. Right, but I want to check achievements now. And how many are left? So it says I'm 700, I'm 70% of the way through. 700 out of 1000. And if I look at the missing ones, parry enemy, resort to violence, lie 15 times. Okay, it's not been updated yet. Cook every recipe at your party camp. Max out an attribute. Wear necropants and a reverend bell collar at the same time. Collect all volume of history of the living lands at the Ethiopian temple. Complete Avowed on the difficulty path of the damned. Yeah, we're not gonna be doing a lot of these. Lie 15 times. Alright, it's not that bad. I got a lot of it. Anyway, I think we're good here. I think we're done. And I'll see you in whatever I choose to play next. It's a fun game. It's good that I finished it.